Going.
So, was here earlier today, and we were all outside the precinct hearing speeches and everything, and then we heard like there are cops at the I got my cardinal directions messed up, but up on that side, and so a bunch of people pushed up in that direction. There were two uniformed cops on foot, kind of marching down, and folks were sort of forming up barricades and just like meat walls, keeping them out. And they kept trying to come back through, and we kept pushing them out. One of them took out their phone and started recording everybody. And then eventually enough people showed up that we were able to just sort of like push them away. Like they were in Chaz, and then we pushed them out of Chaz. Apparently they just walked around the block, came back in on the other side. Another organizer just kind of let them into the precinct.
Yeah, when you say organizer, what do you...
Well, it's somebody who I remember their face from I think 2 days ago when I was here earlier in the morning, when none of this was really real, and it was just like a ghost town. And I think I saw that same person like talking with utilities people and folks who were like wanting to move. They negotiated to keep all of the barricades except for the concrete ones, which the city moved out, but the city agreed to like let them keep the water barricades and the steel ones and everything. I think I remember seeing that person there. So he's somebody who's been here, but again, like nobody has any central authority or anything. So I don't know. Well, there was an argument that happened between two other that guy and somebody else there, where one was like, no, I don't care about the cops. I'm not worried about the cops specifically, is what he said, and seemed to be of the mind that the cops are that like letting the cops in will prevent violence, and they've got to do what they've got to do. This is the precinct. The cops are going to get in here, and this will let them like get their stuff out or whatever. And then the person who didn't want the cops there said, like, I live down the street. I don't want them here. What's the point of this whole operation if we're going to let cops in? And there appeared to be a conversation about like, well, it doesn't matter because they're using secret entrances. And the vehemently anti-cop member of this conversation said, you know how I know they're not using secret entrances? Because they have you. And at that point, like there was a pretty big crowd and there was a lot of noise, so it was kind of hard to follow the conversation. There was then echoes of like more cops were coming from other directions, so the crowd sort of like shifted off in different directions. But that's kind of what I saw.